MP for the cities of London and Westminster. And Nickie, many of the businesses in your constituency rely on people being in the office and buying stuff. What's the effect on them been?
Well, there's two major factors that have affected my constituency. The loss of international visitors who are no longer travelling. Almost half of the 10 billion annual spend in the West End is from overseas travellers. And then, as you say, the lack of office workers who have not been back at their desks and since March. Now, that has a huge effect on the overall turnover of West End shops and hospitality. Between 70 to 80%, which is basically looking at around about 50,000 job losses in West End retail jobs alone.
Well, why do you think people are not coming back into the office? It is very interesting that in other European countries, more people have returned to their normal place of work, not so much in the UK, and particularly, I suspect, in London.
Well, I think the biggest issue for Londoners is confidence in public transport. The vast majority of people come into the West End and to the City of London by train, tube and bus. And there's been a huge fall off in confidence. And we've got to get that back. We've got to get businesses, the Mayor of London and government to work together to provide that confidence, to get people back in.
There are some mixed messages on this, aren't there? Because originally it was, reserve those public transport services for key workers. There's been a lot about social distancing. And if you go on public transport, all the messaging is about social distancing and keeping safe. It's not about everybody come back to work.
No, but I think that we can do it sensibly. I'm not saying that we should all get back on the tube at the same time at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's got to be staggered. And I think that's the whole point. I think we've got to make sure that people can come in at different times, maybe come in a few days a week. Even just coming back into the office a couple of times a week will make a huge difference to the local economy.
Do you think the government, or perhaps rather the civil service, needs to take a lead on that? It was reported earlier in the week that just 10% of the civil servants in the Department for Business, for example, are back in their normal workplace. Should civil servants be coming back to work?
Yeah, everybody, when it's safe to do so, if they feel that they can come back, if businesses have got the social distancing situation under control in their offices, then yes, we've got to get back to as normal as possible, but taking into consideration that we've still got this virus, it's still out there, Dominic, but we've really got to start coming back. Even a couple of days a week will make a huge difference.
Thank you very much. Nickie Aiken, Conservative MP for the City.